I think we're gonna do an entire video inside my van. I am in a mood. It's not really about surviving the difficulties of the road as much as it is about surviving the difficulties of me. You know you're doing great when instead of doing I'm cleaning and procrastination. Yeah! Oh, you like that?
How about new?
I'm getting closer. I think we're gonna do an entire video inside my van.
No!
Ooh, part of me just shivered very deeply on the inside. I figured out the secret to good Jeremiah content. Don't eat all day, sit in coffee shop on ass.
Watch your profanity.
Try to work, become disappointed in yourself. The list is going on. I've got to use my thumb now.
Isn't anybody gonna help that poor man?
Become even more addicted to dopamine rushes every single time you check any app with a notification but get no notifications, and so link an addiction to the lack of a dopamine rush to decreasing stability in your mental health.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let's stick with those 5. Roll the intro. I guess I don't really have an intro.
I'm Ava.
And I've been traveling the world for 79 years, and these are the things that I've discovered. Come along. Best B-roll footage. Clip. Here's a map.
Van life, baby!
Someone just walked by the van. Here. Come down to me. We're just gonna get up close and personal here.
You are making me very uncomfortable.
I just sat in Starbucks for 7 hours and got probably 30 minutes of work done. I'm editing another People Who Wander video, and it's gonna be a really good video. I know I'm gonna love it, and I know it was a good interview, and it's gonna be a really good video. But I think the way that creating things works is the better the outcome, the more difficult the beginning will be. So like, I know it's gonna be one of my best videos. Focus. Yeah, take my glasses off. In order to get the true potential for my video, why can't I maintain eye contact with the camera? I've lost my train of thought. In order to get the full creative swing, output, possibility, capacity, competency, incompetency, impotence. These are just words at this point. In order to squeeze every bit of creative juice out of the video, you've got to squeeze really hard. What am I talking about?
I declare bankruptcy!
Come back up to me. There we go. So we got some special plans for tonight. Full of burps. I don't know what those are or where they're coming from.
I see a darkness in you.
Is there something with like recall or being able to stay on your track of thought? When you have food in you, you can do it better? Because it seems like I have like short-term memory loss right now when I have no food in me. And yet I'm still not making eye contact with the camera. It's because I can see myself in the reflection and I'm ashamed of myself deep on the inside. Or is it more on the outside?
Shame.
So we have really big plans for tonight. I am in a mood.
Emotional issues.
I think tomorrow is just gonna be just another day of coffee shop time. So we're gonna go get a Little Caesars pizza and a bottle of wine.
Shame.
Get me drunk. Grocery store.
Blanket. And he saw only dim...
That's what I thought.
Little Caesars super cheap pizza.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Places to sleep where nobody will tell that I'm a bum that's drunk and eating Little Caesars pizza inside of a van.
Van life, baby!
It's one of those days. I guess this is a good time to take a thumbnail.
You are as creepy as a real serial killer.
Back in Cracker Barrel parking lot. I'm just gonna do the rest of the shot from down here. Oh man, I gotta get my bottle opener. I was so ready to just sit here. You know, I can tell where I am in the country by how much it costs to get a hot and ready pizza and a crazy bread. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is now a good time to mention that tomorrow and the next day I'm gonna pack up, drive 400 miles east, and do my longest solo backpacking trip I've ever done in my life. Clearly I'm preparing. So I'm having trouble with my electrical system. My isolator, for some reason, is only giving me 12 amps of output. It's supposed to give me like 40 or 50 amps of output.
That sounds like a you problem.
I currently have the car running right now because I'm at 30% battery capacity because I used a lot yesterday. It was rainy all day, so there was no solar. And because when I drive, it's not recharging like it normally does, I have very low battery state of charge, which kind of puts me in a pickle. Because if the sun doesn't come out again, then I'm gonna have to keep running my car to be able to get electricity, which is really not convenient because I'm not getting it at a very good rate.
Thus ends the sad boy rant.
There's some super exciting stuff coming up in life. I'm really excited, but I think I'm anxious too because I'm coming up on a point of transition. Whenever I'm coming up on one of those points of transition, it's like I focus on the anxiety more than the excitement. But the reality of it is there is a lot of excitement in the midst of that anxiety. Ooh, oh, whoa, that is not good. I've never liked red wine. Don't know why I keep buying more of it.
Just looked straight into the bleeding jaws of capitalism and said, "Yes, Daddy, please."
One time, I was at this restaurant with a very beautiful young woman who no longer talks to me anymore.
I'm not surprised.
It was a quiet little mom and pop Italian place.
Italy. 9 a.m. and I've already kissed 8 guys twice.
I believe the grandfather or great-grandfather was the one walking around taking wine orders. He walked up to our table, asked what our wine orders were, and I always order, don't tell anyone that I go on dates with, I always order Malbec because it's an Argentine grape. I spent a year of my life in Argentina learning Spanish, so I kind of just do it out of symbolic attachment to that period of my life. It's not a very easy grape to drink in comparison to other grapes. When I ordered my wine, the young lady ordered her wine, I think she ordered like a rosé or something, and then when I ordered my wine, is rosé even wine?
I started blasting. Bang!
When I ordered my wine, I said the Malbec, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "Oh, very good choice, sir." And it felt so good.
Great success.
I think it's time to find something to watch, which also means taking my clothes off, so prepare yourself.
I'm ready for this my whole life.
All right. Oh, my goodness. If any of you have ever wondered what it's like going home with me after dinner. God, it's hot. Heat wave, please go away. We're just put it. Oh, and now begins the Netflix scroll. We are well equipped for this Netflix scroll.
I can't watch anymore.
Little tip for the ladies. It's Hinge so that you do something other than a like, other than a swipe on someone's profile. If you just like something, you get the X.
Women, right? Oh man, all right, cool. I'm out.
I am really excited for what's coming in the future.
I'm coming for you.
There's gonna be some very exciting things in the future, as long as I can just survive myself. I think that's what's really interesting about this time that I've been spending in the van and traveling around. It's not really about surviving the difficulties of the road as much as it is about surviving the difficulties of me.
Oh my God.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, that kind of hits hard. It's not about how hot it is. It's not about finding a place to sleep. It's not about, you know, how to cook and that I can't stand up and that my fridge is small and that my bed is not level. It's about surviving myself in all of that. It's really interesting. I was thinking today while I was sitting in Starbucks, completely unable to spend more than 18 seconds editing before I just switched over to YouTube and watched the deepest, darkest, cringiest YouTube holes that you can go into. Oh no. How much I miss, especially on nights like these, days like these, how much I miss my regular life where I had my ways of turning off, my ways of kind of plugging into something other than myself. Maybe that's a good way of looking at it. And I missed going to work and having to complain about something other than things about me, or get really excited about what I'm working on or what I just delivered. Then you leave work and you enjoy, I rode my bike every single day, my motorcycle. That was just ecstasy. I miss that so much. I'd go to my coffee shop and I'd see my coffee shop people and maybe like flirt with somebody in line.
Hurry up and order.
There's just different ways to be a human. And now that I'm in the van, I just feel very disconnected from everything else and therefore very connected with myself because it's just me. There were just ways to relax and ways to kind of be somewhere else. Living here, living in this very small space, it's just me. So it's really tough when you are not used to being with yourself. Even though part of me would trade it right now, trade it all back for my regular life, part of me knows that I want this. I want to have to learn to just put up with myself, to survive myself. Because I also know I am the biggest thing standing between what I want and what I have right now.
Oh my God.
I gotta get some friends.
Cool. I'm out.
No.